Now, funding. There are different ways that businesses fund their business. So these include the owner or owners funding the business. So oftentimes an owner will work, another job and save some of that money that they make from their job in order to start a business or in order to finance certain parts of the business. Another way is through crowdsourcing. So that could be through opening a GoFundMe or any other platform like that and having your friends and family and other people in your community funding your business idea and helping your business financially. Another way is through grants. A lot of the times when it comes to grants, I know specifically for Ontario, for Toronto, Canada, is that in order to receive a grant for your business, that money is meant for a very specific thing in the business. So you can't just say, okay, I need money for my business, give me money. It's usually for like things like hiring, things like equipment, things like very specific things, and there are specific requirements you're supposed to show whoever has given you that grant, whether the government or whatever other agency or whatever other business, that you have done the specific things you told them that you would do with the grant money. So even though it is free money, it often requires a lot more paperwork, lots of things when applying. It requires a lot more than some of the other financing options. Another way, or most common way that people finance their business is with business loans. So business loans, you often get them from banks. There are also private institutions in which they give you loans for your business. Oftentimes you'll have to have a good credit score in order for a bank to give you a business loan, especially if it's your first business, you've never done this before. You're also going to need things like the business plan, like the cash flow projections, like the startup costs, something about who your team is and your experience as a team, and a lot of other different documents depending on the place that you choose to apply for this business loan. I know with Toronto, oftentimes with business loans, they start from $5,000. It's not common to be able to get a business loan for anything under the $5,000. It's usually from $5,000 upwards, depending on your credit score, depending on different things. You're able to go all the way to, $100,000, $200,000, $1 million sometimes if, you're lucky. Of course, all of these different sources of funding have different pros and different cons, and I could share that in a future video, but these are the different ways that different businesses fund themselves. Remember, a business is a lot like a child. It takes a while for it to get to the point where it's independent and can run on its own. Oftentimes, for example, with a child, those first few years and even a couple of years after that, you as the parents have to do so much work to take care of that child, to train the child, to understand who the child is and to learn them, to learn yourself. There's so much learning in those first couple of years, and maybe by the age of like 4, 5, 6, they get to the point where now they're a bit older, they can do certain things by themselves. You still have to hold their hand in certain things, but they can do different things by themselves, right? And so as your business is growing, you have to make sure you remember that it may take some time for it to get to the point where it's running on its own and it's this well-oiled machine, and there may be a lot of sacrifice. There will be a lot of sacrifices on the journey getting to that place of maturity, but it's normal, right? It's normal if your cash flow projections are not lining up with what you would want them to be. It's normal if at the beginning you're spending more than you are getting. A lot of some of the biggest businesses we know started off those first couple of years making losses at the end of the year because they had to spend more in marketing and spend more in products and all these different things to get to the point of great success. So it's okay if at the beginning in the financials it just feels like, how is this going to happen? It happens. It's normal. Just have a little faith. If you know that this is what you want to do, if you know you're called to this, just know that it's going to work out with a lot more efforts, with a lot more patience, with a lot more character developments within you. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Remember, new videos every Monday and every Thursday. So thank you guys. Have a great rest of your day.